Okay, now let's continue by creating the bucket. I think call it bucket, I don't know. For that, this one here, we have to adjust it maybe in the next part, I don't know, I might forget. Adjust it so it won't pop out like this, just make it align with the body. Okay, let's go into this one and let's select from here. Let me see if I actually use that one. Okay, I used it. Okay, let's select from there to, okay, we'll start from here. Let's see, yeah, right there, and then select to this one right here, the end of it. Okay, that is good. So Shift D, let's duplicate that and move it backwards just a little bit, and then let's extrude and bring it backwards. Bring it back, not too far, not too far. Let's see, that is okay. Let's try to move this back and touch the faces, the walls of this other one here. So let's see, GG, slide this back to be able to come out on this side, and then this face here, I think we'll press F on this. What is that? G. X and delete that vertex. If you made that same mistake, select these two with the one in the back here and press F. Then Ctrl R, like, let's see how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ctrl R like 4 times here. Okay, so let's start matching these towards the walls of the mesh, or just try to make it correspond nicely with the subdiv lines. Okay, so just, you know what, let's just isolate this so we can see what we're doing better. Now this back part, we can select everything and then press, hold on, before we press F, let's move this one so we won't have a weird bending thing going on there. Just roughly match it up, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. This one can just slide over. Let's see if we need to adjust them some more. Yep, we do need to adjust them, but not too much though. That is done. So let's just do that. Double click and click these 4 and then press F. Okay, this is looking weird. Press J, connect the ones you put, just those 4. We need them to align very well. Then J. So we can now worry about the rest of the problems. So use K here and cut this over, and then let's see what we got here. Can use, okay, let's add an edge here. Nope, not there, here, and move it to almost the end and click that one along with this one here and press J. Hopefully you're getting the same amount of vertices I'm getting here. If not, well, you're on your own. Just try to make it work for you. Then let's end this one too and J. So we have fixed that part. This is almost nicely done. Let's see. Okay, we got our wheel well nicely put. Perfect. But what we can, nope, let's not do that. Or should we? Okay, let's do something here. Select this last one here and Control Shift and then select this one here. Then let's Shift D to duplicate that and bring it forward. Just kind of make it work. Move this down. Doesn't need to really make sense, it just has to fit in. Just bring it forward for our tiny lights, so we can extrude that towards the back. Then Control R, nope, Control R here, no, Control B, and then bevel that. That should be good enough. Let's see. Yeah, it fills it in nicely. So we can now start by creating our tiny lights. I'm trying to. Okay, I'll just leave that. It brings down and add an edge there. Okay, so let's continue by creating our tiny lights. So Shift A, add in a mesh. Let's use a cylinder with how many sides? Let's use 8 sides. 8 should be good. Yeah, that's good enough. So let's move it to the side, or go into object mode, add in a mirror modifier and move it to the side. Okay, Control Z. Okay, Z, the Shift C before you add anything, so you can continue, so you can, the object can add at the center of the world origin. So Shift A and do this, then add in the mirror modifier and then rotate on the x-axis at 90 degrees. Let's separate this, scale this down, move it, nice, and scale on the y-axis so it can be long. So this light here, I have done it 1,000 times and it's very stressful, so I'm just going to make a rough light here. It won't be perfect. Let me show you the one I did before. So these are them. I've done these a lot of times, so I'm not really going to focus on that right now. So let's just continue. So we can Control B here, then extrude, then Alt S to shrink this in. So after that we can now Control R here, right click, Control R, right click, and Control R here, right click, then click, double click and select, no, not that one, select the second line, deselect that, and then Control B to bevel this nicely. Yeah, so let's take the center one now and Control B to bevel that. So this one here, we'll take it and scale it down just a teensy weensy bit and intrude this in, take this in and then extrude on the y-axis. Not so much, okay, somewhere around here would be nice. So we're going to make a side, that shiny thing at the side of the car. So Control R, let's see if, no, let's just move it somewhere here and then Control R here. Let's move this one sideways a bit and let's see. Okay, we're going to take from here to here and then press I to intrude that and then extrude it in. After you've done that, you can now Shift D to duplicate this, go to front view, wireframe, and then just try to match this up and move it out in that direction. Just move it outwards more than that so it can remain on the same normal line. Okay, so let's extrude this like so, then Control R, then Control B so it can be beveled nicely, then Control R here, or Ctrl Z, can just do this and bevel it here. Let's see how that looks with subdivision modifier. Let's add that. Put it onto 2. Shade smooth. Yeah, this looks nice. So we'll just go into front view, wireframe, and move this. Nope, not hide. G, move this in words. Okay, everything wasn't selected, so we just move this in with G. Nice. So this is looking weird somehow. It's not okay. Let's just take this one, Ctrl R, then Ctrl B, bevel this in. I think that is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, this is looking weird, but honestly I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't really have time to do this very well. Select everything on this corner. Let's see if we can just shrink that. First of all, let's add in a loop cut here and here too. So go to the side view and then let's select from here to here. So what I'm doing, let's see if we can shrink this. Without this one too. Deselect this one. I'm going to front view, or let's just do it from outside and then move this inwards. Oh, this looks horrible. Horrible. You know what? Let's just leave it like that. Remove these two edges here. X and delete. Dissolve edges. Gosh, I'm tired. I don't want to quit right now. Let's see. You know, I'm just gonna leave this like this. I can't stress myself like this. Ctrl R here and then just press I from here and insert this so it can be sharp. This is optional, it's not really needed though. So Ctrl R here, then bevel this, then Ctrl R inside here, then make it flat inside, and just press I here so it can be flat further, or that doesn't, we don't need that. So we are done with this. Just leave it like that. Go into side view, scale these down scale them down a lot. Besides, they won't even be visible, so I don't know why I'm stressing myself with this. Let's see. We need to be able to fit at least 8 of them into here, so we have to scale this down like so. Scale. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this looks alright. So let's move these out so we can be able to see them properly. So Shift D. Let's try to align them properly. Shift D. Shift D. And move these down. And before I forget, let's drop their subdiv move to 1 because they are not really that important. So from here, let's start to move them inside. So just try to align them exactly how I did it. So let's select everything. Let's see if we need to move them. To one side. Nope. Yeah, just move them to one side a little bit. So we're not done. We are so not done. So going to vertex select, steal one vertex from any one of them, and let's see. No, we have to steal the vertex from the one at the center. Not really at the center, but let's take this one here. Shift D, delete, duplicate that, and then move it out and move it to this edge, the end of it, this edge here. Let's see. So we can now extrude that, bring it forward and out. Let's see. Okay. Now from the back, extrude again and bring it out. Then from here, extrude and bring it forward to the edge of this one here. And click this one and press F. And from here, okay, select everything around and press F to fill in that face, and then extrude on Z axis to just bring that down. So Ctrl R on this side, and let's just select that back and bring this forward. Nope. Yeah, just bring it forward a bit. You know what? Let's add another one. Ctrl R here. Deselect that and then bring this one forward. Okay, I think we're good with this. So as usual, let's bevel this. Ctrl B. Then Ctrl R here and move this in, and Ctrl R for the back too. E and then F. Sharpen this nicely. So go into side view, press L on this, and then move it down out a bit. Let it be on the center of the two of them. So now we duplicate this and move it to be on the center of this one too. Let's do this in wireframe. Duplicate, move it to the center. Nice. Duplicate this, move it to the center. Now, Shift D, Shift D, and Shift D. This one is kind of tight though, but just leave it like that. So go into front view and try to arrange everything accordingly to how it's supposed to be. Just make it touch the walls and move this in. Just move this in. Now you can bring this out a bit, then bring this out. Okay, let's see. Let's press L on all the dividers. I'm gonna call them dividers. And nope, this one. So let's move them back just a little bit. There are two outside. So that does it with the inside of the light. We still need to make the head lamp or something. Yeah, so we just add in a new cylinder with, as usual, 8 sides. So rotate X 90. Add in a mirror modifier. Go into edit mode, separate that, scale it down, move it here, and just try to make it as well as we can. Not really gonna stress myself with this one too, because I don't really care. Of course I care, but as at now I'm so tired. I've been going on for, let's say, 47 minutes. Wow, and that excludes the one I've done before. I did 2 days ago. So it's almost like the one we did before, but a little bit different. You know what? Let's delete this delete vertices. Let's add in a new cylinder. We're going to use 16 sides for this one. So press L, rotate X 90. Move this apart, scale it, scale down. Okay, let's add in this, move this forward, and scale this down a bit. This is the front of it. Let's focus on this part for now. So press I and just insert this, extrude this inside, and then scale it out just a little bit. So then this one, so on this part here, we're going to select this round and then press I to insert this. Let's insert that first and then click on individual faces, so that will select each individual faces. Okay, so we can now scale them down. Nope. First of all, click the period key and then click on individual origins. So now let's start scaling them down. Okay, so after we've done that, we can now extrude each of them inwards. So that will just give us that. So let's add in a subdiv modifier and see if we can know what we are doing. Let's click these two. Okay, that would be a lot of work. I want to click each of those two faces and scale them on the y-axis, so we can have a long face, but that will be a lot of time. Or let me just do it so an hour. Or no, not do that. Yeah, okay, like this. So let's just put in a loop cut here, then Control B and bevel that so it wants to look a little bit decent. So Control R here, Control B, bevel it. Let's make this 2. Then Control R here, Control B, bevel it. Okay, this is lagging a lot. Let me move back to 1. Now, okay, what is here? What is here? Okay, we have something like a kite on the side of it. I'll just treat it like a side panel or something. Control R. First of all, let's make this part. Control B. And then extrude this, then right click to cancel and Alt S to scale this in. Then Control R here, Control B. Let's just do this at once. Control R, then Control B to bevel that. Control R, nope. Control B to bevel that. Let's do this here too. Okay, this is looking weird. Okay. Oh, let's just leave it like that. Control R here. And then to make the side stuff on here, the silver thing, we're just going to use knife tool with K, and let's see, start from here. I think I used 12 before. Instead of using 16, I used 12 sides. But anyways, let's just do that. Okay, use K, cut through here, try to make it straight, and here, and cut to the side, hit enter. So with those faces cut out, you can now take here and Shift D, duplicate it, front view, and then move it out, then extrude it on its normal side, and then Ctrl R, add an edge, and then bevel that. You know what, I'm going to change my mind and upload this in 2 parts. This is way too long. It's way too long. Why is this lagging? Wow, my system is so bad. Let's do the same thing here. R, what is going on? R. You know what? Let's just leave that alone. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing again. I do not know. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, I was busy getting lost. Why is this thing doing like this? X, dissolve edges, Ctrl R. Let's put this here first. Ctrl Z. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'll just move this back since it's a light that is partially showing inside. So, going to face select mode and then select this. Scale this. Nope. Well, okay. Let's take this edge. Nope. Edge, select this edge and X and dissolve the edge. Again, take this face, scale it down, and move it inside just a bit, or a lot safe. Just move it inside a lot. And then Shift A, add in an icosphere, and let's move it forward and bring it out, scale it down, bring it up. All these things don't really matter like that. I'm just killing myself to make this thing look at least good. The way I made it at first took a lot of steps, and I don't want to go through those steps. Now let's carefully bring this in and scale it in. Let's do this. Select this and this and this. Ctrl Z. And this here, yes, and also this one too. So now you can scale it inwards. Whoop, no, just forget about that, leave it alone. Okay, let's see what we can do to this thing. Hide this, and then select this. Now let's see if I can scale this down. This is very bad. let's just leave this like this. And first of all, hide this, and then let's remove these edges here, because it's causing it to change shape. So X and dissolve edges, Alt H, bring those back, and we have a partially good headlight. Let me see. There is something wrong here. Okay. I just tighten this up. So these things are not going to be very visible, so pardon my what will I call it, novice improvisation to get this thing to look right. I just need to finish this thing and get some sleep. Scale this down, move this in, go into the side view, scale it down, let's move this in a little bit. Okay, move this, then rotate it like so. Let's see, scale it down some more, move it down. Now rotate on the Z axis, rotate Z. Let's see. See, that looks alright-ish. Scale it up a little bit. Well, this looks good enough. Let's tighten these edges of this one first. And this guy too. And also for this one too. Oh, this looks really rough, but I think it was worth it. Let's move this back a bit. Scale it up, move it back, because it's pretty inside if you check it well. So let's see, scale this up some more. Okay, this looks like it's good enough. So now, last but not least, the cover for the stuff. This shouldn't be too hard. Select everything once again and Shift D, P to separate, and let's do that. Select it and then delete the shrink wrap modifier, go into it. Okay, so what I want to do now is click these guys and hide them. Control S, save. Okay, you might not have noticed, but Blender just crashed. So let's just continue. I'm going to, should I hide this, because it's going to crash again, and just try to trick it a little bit. What amazing is in my mind. So let's do this. Yeah, it didn't crash. So going to vertex select. Let's see. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this vertex, this one right here, to create that. So extrude and let it correspond with the ones on this side. So extrude again, up. We're going to try to match the curve on this side now. So extrude again to here, extrude again to here. So like that. Now let's continue from this side, because this is not going to be very good if we continue from the other side, from the front view. So let's take this one here, the bottom one, yeah, and then extrude to match this one here, not that first one, this one, and then okay, I think we're there. Control Z and press F. Go into front view and then arrange this one. Let's see, just ease the two distances so that it can kind of match each other nicely. Cool. So we're going to start by roughly filling the faces before we can now start to adjust the whole thing. Let's see, 2 here, 2. So let's bring this back, add in a loop cut here, and then F and F. So now this one, you can just roughly fill this in. Okay, Control R. Let's add this in, move this back. Just do some quick adjustments. And we are ready to go. Okay, we have more than one here, so we just join this M at last. Is that right? No, let's not join it. Let's see, let's just fill this in first, F. So now we can use J to join this. You can see we have a vertex here, so let's see if we can do that. Control R. Let's see. Okay, GG, let's slide this here and join these ones with J and here too. So we can add in the loop cut here, E, GG, E, and slide this down. Let's bring this one up just to match up with this other guy. Press J and let's see what we can do about this one here. Okay, I took a different route with this, so let's add in a loop cut here. Wow, it's going to meet up there. Control Z. Let's join these two together, M at last, and add in a loop cut here. Yeah, I think that's okay. Then select everything and kind of move it to the side with grace. Let's move this one a bit, move this one to the side, and let this guy come out a little bit, and then join it. I think that's okay. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's put in a loop cut on the center. Let's see if we can just give it a nice curve. Smooth. Okay, this is looking nice. Now let's start to adjust some things here. E, and then move it close to the edge. So, well guys, I think that will be it for this tutorial. We are basically done. So let's Alt H. Can start looking for what I hid and unhid. So as you can see, we have our headlight. Let's see. Okay, this one is coming out, so you can just try to move it down out of the way. Okay, you can see exactly what I promised, and we are done for this tutorial. So you can see how hard this was, so you can just help me out and subscribe and like the video so it can get recommended to people looking for things like this. So catch you guys in the next video, and peace out.